The humble beginning, in the steel town of Garys, Indiana, a small boy with wide eyes and an even wider dream grew up in a cramped home with 8 siblings. His name was Michael Joseph Jackson. His father, Joseph Jackson, was a strict man, working long hours at a steel mill, while his mother, Catherine, was gentle and deeply religious. Life wasn't easy. The Jackson family lived in a small 2-bedroom house where every inch was shared. Money was tight, meals were simple, and dreams seemed like luxuries. But Michael's world began to change when his father noticed something special. His youngest son had a voice that could stop time. Joseph formed a family band, the Jackson 5, with Michael and his brothers. They practiced for hours every day. There were no excuses, no skipping rehearsals. Joseph's discipline was harsh, but it forged a kind of determination in Michael that would last a lifetime. The first stage at just 6 years old, Michael was performing in local talent shows. The crowd loved him, his voice, his dance moves, his charisma. Soon, the Jackson 5 got their big break, an audition for Motown Records. The moment Michael stepped into that studio, he wasn't just a child anymore, he was a performer. Motown signed them, and soon, hits like ABC, I Want You Back, and I'll Be There were climbing the charts. Michael's talent was undeniable, but so was the pressure. While other kids played outside, Michael was touring, rehearsing, and recording. He was living the dream, but he was also missing a childhood, breaking free as the years passed. Michael's vision grew bigger than the band. He didn't just want to sing, he wanted to create, innovate, and inspire. In 1979, he released Off the Wall, his first solo album as an adult. It was a success, but Michael wasn't satisfied. He wanted something the world had never seen before. He wanted to break every barrier to create music that wasn't just heard, but felt in the soul. The rise of the king of pop then came Thriller in 1982, the album that changed music forever. It wasn't just an album, it was a cultural earthquake. Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller, each song was a masterpiece. Michael introduced the moonwalk to the world, a move that became iconic overnight. But behind the glittering glove and the dazzling performances was a man who worked harder than anyone else. Michael would rehearse for hours until every move, every note, was perfect. He believed that excellence was not an accident, it was the result of relentless dedication. His philosophy was simple: if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. The struggles behind the curtain. While the world adored him, Michael was facing personal battles. He was constantly in the spotlight, with every mistake magnified. He dealt with criticism, rumors, and immense pressure to stay on top. His appearance changed over the years, leading to intense media scrutiny. But instead of letting the negativity crush him, Michael poured his emotions into his music. Songs like Man in the Mirror and Heal the World became anthems of hope, kindness, and change. He used his platform not just for entertainment, but for humanitarian causes. He visited hospitals, supported orphanages, and donated millions to charities worldwide. Lessons from Michael's journey turned pain into art. Michael faced loneliness, media attacks, and personal challenges. But instead of giving up, he used those emotions to create timeless music. Your struggles can become your fuel. Perfection is built, not born. Michael's performances looked effortless, but they were the result of thousands of hours of practice. Success is not about luck, it's about preparation. Stay true to your vision. Michael often faced people who doubted his ideas, but he stayed committed to his creative vision. Don't let others dictate your dreams. Use your influence for good beyond the stage. Michael used his fame to help others. No matter where you are in life, you can make a difference. The legacy lives on. Even after his passing in 2009, Michael Jackson's influence continues. New generations discover his music, his dance, his messages. He wasn't perfect, no one is, but his determination, creativity, and heart for humanity remain an inspiration. Michael Jackson's life reminds us that dreams are possible. No matter where you start, he showed that pain can be turned into beauty, and that one person's passion can touch the world. When you listen to Heal the World or watch him glide across the stage, remember, this was a boy from a tiny house in Gary, Indiana, who refused to stop believing. Final words: Michael Jackson's story isn't just about becoming the king of pop, it's about resilience, discipline, and the courage to dream bigger than anyone thought possible. His life teaches us that greatness isn't a gift, it's earned, one step, one song, and one dream at a time.